All right, I'm just going to lift my hand, and we're going to go. So every time we mispull a shot during service or pour something away when dialing in the morning, that coffee, the cost of that ingredient, and everything involved in its production is wasted. And that waste impacts the sustainability of our businesses, our climate, and our industry. But if we could find ways to transform that waste into value for our businesses and for our customers, that could be really exciting. And so, for the last few years, I've been exploring, could we take a discarded espresso, our under and over extracted shots, and create a sweet vermouth from them? I love vermouth. Character for wines fortified, sweetened, and infused with spices to create unique products. And whilst many vermouths use exceptional wines more often, imperfect products are combined with blending skill to create quality. And so today, I am going to use an exceptional coffee. I'm going to serve you something from Bolivia, from Caranavi, from a farm called La Linda. And this coffee is a Javanica, an Ethiopian heritage variety with beautiful flavors that will balance with the terroir of Bolivia, giving it depth and balance. And for this shot, I'm using a slightly different recipe. I'm using 25 grams in to 40 grams out in 30 seconds to achieve a flavor balance similar to a traditional espresso that might be discarded in a cafe. It's going to provide beautiful flavors of tangerine, stone fruit, caramel, and cacao. And we're going to fortify this with an Old Tom gin. Its clean citrus and gentle acidity pairs really well with this coffee. But in addition, it forms a beautiful canvas for me to infuse with a traditional blend of vermouth spices. It's listed in your recipe books, and you can smell them here. And I infuse this using nitrogen and an ISI whipper, something that any cafe and bar can do, to create a flavor carrier. Next, 30 mils of a 1-to-1 burnt sugar syrup. This is going to bridge the gap between the coffee, the spices, and give us depth and body for our espresso vermouth. Just going to give it a quick stir. And then we're going to start building our drink in our cups here. Now, we can use this espresso vermouth in any classic drink that uses vermouth in it. So we're going to make a riff on two classics, a hot toddy presentation of a classic Negroni flavor profile. And so I'm going to start by building with 22.5 mils of Cocchi Rosa. I'm using this lighter aperitivo to keep the alcohol in balance in a hot serve, but also it brings beautiful flavors: orange, grapefruit, red flowers, Christmas spices. And next, because we already have our gin and vermouth going into this cocktail here, we're going to add 22.5 mils per drink of this amazing carbon-negative Good Liquor Works Cascara vodka, made from discarded coffee cherries in Alajuela, Costa Rica, and bringing with it incredible flavors of vanilla, tonka bean, richness, and depth. I love this product. Next, 15 mils per drink of a clarified grapefruit juice. This is going to add all the vibrancy of grapefruit, but retain a silky texture. And then our espresso vermouth. We're going to add 45 mils per cup. Now, like I said, cafes can make this product with their discarded shots. All they need to do is log their extraction times. If the average is a little fast, they'll add a little more of the infused gin. If their average is a little slow, they'll add a little more of the sugar syrup. And that way they can adjust it to their taste and their preferences. Now, this is going to be a hot serve. I said a hot toddy presentation. We're going to top this with water, 70 grams of 85-degree water, where your serving temperature is going to be at 50 degrees for your first sip, where you'll find beautiful aromas of orange, grapefruit, mulled wine spices, rolling in to juniper and a herbal bitterness. To reinforce those flavors, I'm garnishing with some Douglas fir. It's really going to pop the herbal complexity and citrus. Now, as I serve you your amori, take your first sip, you'll get those flavors, and wait 30 seconds before your second sip, where you'll find the flavors are branded out into red fruit, higher sweetness, silky body, and a brown sugar finish. I'm going to get started on my next drink. I'm going to make a lot of noise, so please bear with me. Okay, go for it. Enjoy. Don't clap too much, it's going to go on for a while. Okay, when you guys are ready for a little information, just give me a wink. You good? Okay, we're going to move on to my cold designer drink. Sorry, I've got to shake through it. This is all about timing. So, for this drink, I want to design something not for a cafe, but for a bar or restaurant where visuals and theater matter just as much as ingredients and flavor. And I wanted to make something that's a little challenging for me, but fun, and really fun for you guys. So let's talk about the coffee's processing. It is a pink honey processed coffee, something developed by the guys, the Agri-Cafe Mill, where whole cherries undergo an anaerobic stage of processing until the juice runs a distinctive pink color, at which point cherries are released, depulped, and dried on raised beds. And this yields incredible floral flavors, pink and white flowers. Thank you. Pink and white flowers, jasmine, ripe berries, caramel, it goes on and on. Once I finish doing this, I'll be right back with you. Okay. And then I promise I will explain all of the ingredients that we've poured in here. Okay. So this drink is all about patience. We'll leave these for 2 minutes and I will explain everything. Okay, while you're enjoying the last drink, I fill my shakers with 50 mils more of our beautiful Cascara vodka. That's gonna bring vanilla and depth. Then 50 mils of a Kanoto liqueur. This is gonna bridge the gap between the citrus and add a subtle bitterness in the finish. You probably won't taste it, but it adds something. 45 mils of a simple syrup that I've acid adjusted with phosphoric acid. And this is gonna change the flavors while you're drinking it from citrus, cream soda, rolling into a cola-like finish. And then 45 mils of egg white, 60 mils of cream, and 80 grams of ice. The Ramos Fizz is a nightmare for any bartender, but it's a joy for customers. You saw me shaking for a full minute. Traditionally, it requires something like 12 minutes. This felt like the right balance between your patience and my physical ability to get the fun that I wanted. So, traditionally, the Ramos is a breakfast drink. It's served without ice, so it can refresh and revive with its carbonation. This one's a little heavier with its cream and its caffeine, so I'm suggesting it's the perfect drink for a brunch menu in a restaurant. This is something where you can really get viral attention, people really excited about what you're doing. And for commercial applicability, I'd probably use a blender or a mixer, but I want to show you that I've got the chops to be on this stage. Okay, so I gave you all of those ingredients. One more from Zurich, Switzerland, Match Floral Tonic. This is going to reinforce the jasmine and berry flavors of the coffee. So, I'm going to give you some drinking instructions. With your first sip, I'd like you to use the straws, apologies, just in front of you. You'll drop them in the glass. You'll take a sip, you'll get beautiful jasmine aromas moving into gentle vanilla cream soda. And then I want you to wait 15 seconds before taking a second sip directly from the glass, at which point you get a beautiful meringue-like texture, orange rolling into caramel, and then a cola-like finish. I'm going to place these in front of you, but please don't drink just yet. We have to add another 50 mils of the floral tonic water. So you just drop that there, drop that there, and wherever I hit it, bear with me. Okay, please enjoy. The last Flores Fizz. There we go. We want a little mess on this. I want a little mess on your noses. There we go. Please enjoy. Time.
Thank you very much, Dale.